to my channel. My name is Allie. Thank you so much for being here. This is my very first YouTube video. Yay, I'm so excited. Now, just a little disclaimer, I am in no ways a professional. This is going to be the first time I have ever done my nails with acrylic and with dip powder. So what made me decide to want to start my YouTube channel? Well, a few things actually. I want to do something more with my life. And my dad told me that in life, if you want something bad enough, you'll work hard enough for it. So that's why I'm here. I have been researching endlessly how to create a good YouTube video. And huge shout out, by the way, to Think Media. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but without this channel, I would not have been able to learn the foundations and simple tips and tricks to be able to create a YouTube channel. So huge shout out to Think Media. Again, thank you guys very much. If you ever see this, appreciate you guys. I had a bad experience at the nail salon. Insert picture here. Now, these are obviously not Instagram worthy. You can see where she left a lot of acrylic on the cuticle line. They were bumpy and lumpy and definitely not the shape I even wanted. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to dog this lady in any way. However, these were trash. I get it. She was probably overworked, overwhelmed. Sometimes these poor nail technicians take client after client after client and don't even have a break sometimes. So not trying to dog the lady. However, with that being said, so I figured, hey, maybe I could learn how to do my own nails and not have to spend almost $200 every single time on a set of nails that I don't even like. So with that being said, let's dive into it. I am not a professional. This is just the way I have decided to do my nails after watching hundreds of YouTube videos on nails. Huge shout out, by the way, to Nail Career Education, Emily Susanna, Long Hair Pretty Nails, and V Nailed It. These amazing ladies are one of the reasons why I have been able to learn all sorts of info on doing my own nails. Everything I use in this video, I literally got down the road at my local Sally's and Gigi Beauty Supply stores. I wanted to see if these places had affordable and decent products I could use to do my nails. The nails I bought are actually press-on nails, and for some reason I didn't notice this until I got home. But sometimes you gotta work with what you got, so I decided to trim the nails and make them tips so I could use the acrylic on them and actually have them hold. The nails that I got were the La Flare XXXL Coffin Nails. So like I said, everything that I'm using in this video, I literally bought down the road. I'll link everything in the description below. For the most part, everything was pretty affordable. Now, anytime you use nail glue, be super careful. I only put too much glue on my pinky nail and it went all over my finger. It's not a huge deal, but you don't want to accidentally glue your fingers together. That's not fun at all. I decided that I wanted my nails to be a little more square at the top, so I went ahead and trimmed them again and then filed. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. I made sure to buff just where the fake nail met my natural nail right on that line just to smooth everything out. So once I put the acrylics on, it wasn't all bumpy and lumpy. Now, don't come for me, but I'm about to make a mess out of this acrylic. Looking back on this video while editing, I realized I made so many mistakes, but like I said, it's a learning process. And when I tell you this acrylic dried so fast, I mean, by the time I got the bead to my nail, it was already dry for the most part. That's why, unfortunately, you'll see me go back in the monomer a lot and try to reshape the nail. I don't know if this was user error or just the product, but I really struggled with it. However, once the acrylic was dry, the nail was extremely sturdy. It didn't feel like it would pop off easy at all. So it really had that going for it. I do believe that this is something more of a professional type grade acrylic and monomer. That's why it dries so fast, possibly. Couldn't tell you. This is the second layer I did. Unfortunately, my big head was in frame the whole time and you couldn't see anything. I have a really bad habit of doing this because I did it again when I was doing my first layer of dip powder. Are these perfect? No. But it's always good to practice, and you got to start somewhere. So hopefully as my nail journey progresses, I'll be able to get better and figure out the correct powder to monomer ratio. I bought the Nailboo dip powder set from Sally's because honestly the Sally's by my house was going out of sale, so all the powders were 75% off. Needless to say, I went ham and got a bunch of dip powders. Don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. Be very careful when using the base liquid to apply the powder because it's really thick and you want to make sure you don't get it all over the cuticle line because then it won't look blended and it can cause lifting. This is obviously the second layer I did, and honestly one would have been fine in my opinion because once it was dry and activated, the nail ended up being really thick. I think for natural nails, a few layers wouldn't have been a problem, but for myself, I found that with the acrylic, the nail ended up being extremely thick. It's also really important to let the powder completely set into the base, so that way it doesn't come out uneven. A quick way to fix that if it does come out uneven is to file it. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun. Y'all, please remember to brush off the excess powder before reapplying. As you can see, I forgot to do this on my thumb and it resulted in my brush having the loose powder stuck to it. If this happens, just make sure to wipe the brush off or else it will harden and ruin the brush. The base coat is basically glue. are satisfied with the color and thickness of the nail, activate the powder with the Nailboo activator. This will cause the nail to harden so you can file the nail without the powder coming off. Apply to each nail, wait 2 minutes for it to dry, and then repeat the process again. Once dry, file and shape so it evens everything out. I don't own an e-file yet, and this part took me forever to do, so I just did most of it off camera. After filing, apply the third and final step, the top coat. Honestly, I was expecting the nails to have more of a glossy shine to them once dry, so I was a little disappointed in that aspect. But all in all, it's a pretty simple process, and after a few times of working with the product, your nails will come out looking just fine. If you want, you can stop here. However, I'm a little extra and I wanted to practice my nail art. I am using these cute Kiss rhinestones I got at Gigi's Beauty Supplies. And to be totally transparent, I wanted to do a Markiplier Unis Honest themed nail. It didn't happen. I just used my Kiss nail glue to glue the rhinestones on, and surprisingly, it worked really well for my first nail. The same can't be said for the second one. So I'm filming off of my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I didn't know my memory was so full. So when I tried to film decorating my second nail, the camera shut off automatically after only 10 seconds. So unfortunately, I didn't get to capture me doing the nail art for my ring finger. But hey, just another part of the learning process. Sooner or later, I'll be able to upgrade to a real legit camera, but for now, my iPhone does the trick. So, this is the final look. I don't think I did too bad of a job for my first time working with acrylics and only the third time with dip powder. Thank you so much for watching my first video. It truly means a lot to me. See you in the next one. Y'all come back, you hear?